Hello, David Machete here, Diaspora Investor Hub. I'm gonna pop a question here. Is it me or someone feels the same way that as a society we haven't done a lot for inclusiveness? I think most of us still live here as individuals the way we came. We came here as individuals in diaspora and have continued to live as individuals. And this has really impacted us. And the only things that bring us together is sadness and celebrations. And we show up and we are happy. And after that, we all scatter and we go back to our comfort zones or cocoons. And life continues. So we are not able to confront our fears together. We don't share our individual problems. We don't provide support where we can. But in places of celebrations, we come and we have a good time and everybody's like, and we also come to show what has happened since we left each other. Maybe the kids have grown. Maybe you bought yourself something, and we come here to show like we are living, we are doing good. America is good, our life is good. In terms of our kids, we see the kids have grown, and we all pat ourselves on the back, and we're gone in sadness. When something hits us, we got away that we are able to even put up people that we've never seen in a long time. I think that grief unites us because you see people that you've never seen in a long time, and we come and support. And the money, I think that sadness or grief makes people even contribute. The money that comes through is amazing. Unlike cases where somebody maybe it has lost a job or they are struggling, people don't come through as much. So but we've missed our best opportunities to grow, because I'm gonna use other communities that have been able to perfect the game. I would say Asian Americans or people originally from Asia. They come and combine. Sometimes they come and form a unit. They contribute, and before you know it, each one of them is roaring, and maybe getting a house or a car. From one to the other until each one of them is covered. So the other people are Hispanics, people who come from South America here to look for greener pastures like we do. They come here and they'll be like, they even share places of residence, and you're allowed to stay there until you get organized, until you get a job and steady income. And at that point, now you can move out and you go and prepare to be a host for the next person coming. And it works very well. If you look at the jobs that they do, if it's landscaping, they have their own and they do their thing, and they keep rolling. The other people I admire also people from some Western countries that are maybe not native speaking English people, or maybe not Christians. They come here and they unite and they pull each other. Even when they form community churches, they prosper. Ours don't. They start, but they don't thrive. I don't know why that doesn't happen. Like I say, it's that individualism. These other communities live like endangered species. They come here and they know how to perfect the game. They know unit of purpose is good for them. Ours, unit of separation is what keeps us safe. And I think we've lost a lot of opportunities. Let's come to our places of work. If you're blessed enough and you go somewhere and you become a supervisor, or you become a person who has internal information, when jobs open up there, you don't volunteer your people. You don't even let them know that there's an opening. Why do we do that? Maybe sometimes you've been beaten, because we also have tendencies. If you bring your own people, sometimes they're going to take over your job, and you've seen that time and again. And I think that fear makes us not bring our own people to our places of work. So you see a lot of Kenyans working in big places, but if you look at the people that they've been able to support to bring to that company, almost none. And if you try to get to them, sometimes they even work against you. The other places is businesses. If someone has started a business and you try to get them to hold your hand, show you how it is, they give you this kind of information. I think they have this tendency to let people think like they need to suffer like you did for you to prosper. I don't know why we do that. So they don't give you enough information. Before you know it, you are really, really struggling and you can sink your money. When you can volunteer information so that when someone jumps in, they don't have to go through the same hassles that you went through. So I don't know why we do that. Another issue is investments. Investments, we also do it in secrecy. You want to surprise people that you bought a house and you call them for housewarming, or you bought a big property in Kenya, or you did something. You want to surprise people. I don't know why we work in that. Instead of helping people when you are buying a house, telling people the process you are going so that you can walk the journey together. And that would be a synergy. That would help both of you, but we never do that. So sometimes we even get, we spend more money than we should, because if you talk to someone, they can show you some other ways of getting that money. Even when you need a loan, that's another one too. If you go somewhere and you get a good loan, you don't let anybody know. Or if you get a good credit card, you don't let anybody know. You want to be the one just benefiting from that. Forgetting that these things are available out there. And they are for everybody. We are endangered species. We should be able to grow together. But we never do that. Let's say that you have also gone somewhere and you you also found out maybe a good scholarship that can help people. You just want to help your family before anybody else gets it. And before you know, and typically what happens sometimes when you do that, even your own people lose it. Whereas if you had opened that to other people, you let the competitiveness go on. Maybe someone else, your friend of your community, could have benefited. And looking at it from long term, it could have benefited you as well. So I don't know why we do that. And I've been wondering why we can never come together. Because like I said, even churches here don't flourish. You start a church, before you know it, we are fighting over money, or you find about 5 churches that are renting different places when they can just go rent one building and share times. So those people can go services at different times, because the building is there anyway, even when you are not using it. So these are some of the things that surprise me. And I'm opening this avenue so that people may think beyond themselves. Let's not be our community enemies. Let's embrace our adversity. Let's grow together. And this Diaspora Investor Hub is trying to bring this together so that when you see opportunities, we go for it, all of us together. When we see where we are failing, we attack it ourselves. If we see where we are getting shortchanged, we go ahead and face it ourselves. And I bet you what, eventually we're going to come up better. My people here in Diaspora, I'm speaking to you directly. Come here, let's work together. Let's open our minds, because our kids are copying our ways. Our kids are copying our undesirable characters. And we need to teach them by doing things. Maybe this can make our families stronger, our communities better, and even help us to help people back in Kenya, because you can also share those bad habits and those good ideas back home. And that's why when you in diaspora, we've realized that very few people are taking good ideas back to Kenya or back to Africa, because we don't share. You just came here and you live like an individual, so you don't grow. Hauna upana. So even getting ideas of how you can, sometimes you can see something, but you cannot see the value behind it. But if you're 2, 3, you can bring your ideas together and see, oh, this is so valuable. We can do A, B, C, D. We can move it to the next level. We can even send this or export this to a country and help our people. So, but that individualism, it needs to go. We need to come back as a community in ways of investments, in ways of helping each other, in ways of fixing our own problems. Let's not come together because of grief and parties. Thank you so much. David Masharia Karaja here, just thinking aloud for you. Aloud for you. Thank you so much. Mungu ambariki.